Okay, guys, first of all, thoughts and prayers are with the people that have been affected by the shooting at NFL headquarters. It's just such a terrible thing, and again, you just hope for the best for any of the people that are injured, and then the people that did lose loved ones. We're just thinking about them, and you hate to see stuff like that. Transitioning into practice, second day in pads, I thought the energy was excellent. I thought the competitiveness on both sides was what we're hunting up. I think our guys are really learning how to be able to toe the line while still being able to protect one another. We'll look at the tape, and then we'll have kind of a above the neck focus and concentration tomorrow, and then we'll finish up our second block on Thursday. But I really love this group, like the way that all these guys are responding and are improving day to day, and that's all we can ask for at this point.
Just confirming that today was a scheduled rest day for Rob.
That's right. Yep. So if you see him in any of those first 2 days, and we might fluctuate between the first or the second, but then he'll be off on the other one.
Sean, we're seeing a lot more of Blake Corum. Can you kind of give your assessment of what you're seeing with him?
I think he's done a really good job. I thought he had some excellent runs today. I think he's had a really good camp. He's one of those guys that, because of how conscientious he is, he's just going to improve into his second year. And really, I think Ron Gould does such a great job with that room as a whole. Like I've mentioned, Kyron's done a great job. Really love what we've seen from Blake and Jarquez Hunter, and Ronnie Rivers is always a guy that has been steady and really productive when he's gotten his opportunities. And then I thought Cody Schrader and Jordan did a nice job with some of the opportunities at the end of practice.
So you like the energy level from second day of pads? These guys certainly off season, they're not hitting.
Yep.
What's it like when they get the pads on for another day?
Yeah, I think it's excellent. And I think we're learning how to be able to really push the envelope. We've got a chance. We're not there yet, but to be a physical group, and that's what we want to be. Want to be mentally and physically tough. I think these are good opportunities to be able to shape one another while still protecting each other in these types of settings. And I've really been pleased with their understanding of what that looks like to be able to do that. And in these first couple days, I thought yesterday, I think the defense has had 2 really good days. I thought the offense responded better. The caliber of just competitiveness on both sides and just the quality of football felt like it was a notch up. And, that's what we're striving to do, to be able to positively push one another. It's not necessarily about winning the drill, but it's, are we having good quality football, snap in and snap out, minimizing some of the mistakes and playing with the techniques and fundamentals that we want. And I thought today was a good step in the right direction. You know what? Forbes just felt his hamstring a little bit. I don't have any sort of updates at him. And when we did the one-on-ones in the red zone, so we were being smart with him. He tried to take the first team rep, and Aubrey and I were on the same page of, hey, let's be smart with him, especially with the soft tissue. And then Cam, I think he got his ankle kind of stepped on. I'll have a little bit more information for you guys, but Reggie seemed to, feel like there could be some positive things, but I'll wait to give you guys full updates until we kind of have a little bit more information.
What's the process that you guys are going through to decide
At this point, it is there is a plan in place, but what I don't want to do, Sarah, is give you guys a date, and then if that does change, then there's assumptions that I could imagine that I would have if I was in your guys' shoes that can lead you to think, oh man, something's really up. So we are week to week with him. We do have a plan in place. What I don't want to do is set a timetable with you guys, and then if for whatever reason, as we're continuing to gain information, that changes. But what I can say is I feel really good about this is the smartest plan for him, and we're very confident that he'll be ready to roll against the Texans, and we'll take it a week at a time.
I know you said you were being cautious with Paul and his staff. Do you have a timeline for this return?
Yeah, I think they tried to do a couple things with Reggie and his group today. It wasn't exactly where we had hoped right now. So I think the smart thing will be when he is ready to go, and then obviously we'll have our focus on some of those first preseason games. But I think we were hoping that he would be a little bit further along. He's a tough kid. Sometimes these muscle strains can be tricky, and that's kind of where we're at with that right now.
Coach.
Yeah. What kind of impact do you feel from it?
You can hear it.
Yeah, and I think you can hear it, you can feel it. He's one of those guys. He's got some natural leadership traits and characteristics, and I think you're innately thrust into that when you play an inside linebacker position. But he's just got a good feel. He's got great awareness, good understanding of how to be able to positively uplift his teammates and challenge them in the right way. I love what this guy's about, and you saw there was a great play kind of in a short yardage situation that Cam Kitchens did a great job of being able to kind of spill the ball outside, and Omar and Landman in unison ended up getting a knockback tackle on a 4th and 1, and he has consistently shown that type of stuff. And I think you said it well. You hear him out here.
Quentin Lake made a play on the ball today.
Yeah.
Intercepted. Is that something that he's done so much for you guys as a defense.
Yeah.
But is that a part of the game that you guys are looking for him to maybe expand?
Yeah. Here's what I think, Gary. I think, where those playoffs arise, let's make those plays. And he is one of those guys that seems like he's in the right place at the right time. It's amazing what he's been able to do in terms of being able to play safety, be able to do some stuff where he's playing in that slot, that nickel corner for us. And he is so invaluable, and similar to Landman, some great leadership traits and characteristics. I thought it was great for him to be able to get the hands on that ball. Expect him to be able to make that play, off of those tips. But I've loved everything that he's about, and all you see from Quentin Lake is him just continuing to get better, bring people with him. He is a Ram, and I love Q.
Kobe Turner was really excited about the run fits from yesterday.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about how the run defense is coming along this year? And
Yeah, I think it's been 2 good days. Giff Smith and Joe Caniglio and Drew Wilkins, they do an excellent job. And when you guys sit here and talk to Kobe, I think the best thing that comes off is what a big picture understanding and awareness. I mean, this guy, what an impressive person he is, first and foremost. And then his ability to understand what's going on, understand the intent of what we're trying to get done. Always willing to give credit to his teammates, the humility. You see why he's basically been a unanimous captain early on in his career. He's a stud, and he's one of those guys. He's a glue guy for us. Really, a lot of the people that you guys are asking about today. But I love Kobe Turner. I love what he's about. He brings a consistency and an energy every single day. And his consistency in terms of his production, snap in and snap out, but also challenging his teammates the right way. Love Kobe.
Hey, Sean. Talking about Jimmy Garoppolo. Hey, Sean. Good to see you, man. Talking about Jimmy, obviously you have confidence in him should you need to use him in the regular season. But at this time of year, because of his experience, his big game ability, how does it help to have somebody like that as far as the install stuff goes?
Yeah.
And then also the evaluation of players around him, getting a true read from a quarterback like that?
Yeah, it's huge. And we've mentioned this before. There's nobody like Matthew. We know that. But to be able to have somebody that has done all the things that you're mentioning, going into year 12, played in big games, he's got a great demeanor in the huddle, has the ability to be able to run our offense. Now we're still able to evaluate the other 10 around him, and we're able to kind of continue on with the installations where that hasn't always been the case with us if we needed to be smart and rest Matthew. And we'll certainly be really excited, when we get number 9 back out here leading the way for us. But in the meantime, I've been really pleased with Jimmy. I don't want to say that I'm surprised, but it is a big factor for us to be able to feel like we can be as patient as we need to be for what's smart for Matthew. And then, oh, by the way, it's not affecting the team at this time right now because of what Jimmy's able to do. But we'll be excited about getting Matthew back here. But having Jimmy is a big edge for us. Okay?